Okay, so we're starting a new series, I hope. It depends on how the copyright goes. I think because this was made for public television, that it's okay for public use. But I don't know what the rules are specifically. I don't I don't really understand why I was allowed to watch soap. I'm hoping it's because Susan Harris likes me, because she's still alive, so she would have a say. Anyways, the next series we're going to try to watch some episodes from Wishbone, because I have been randomly nostalgic for Wishbone. I grew up watching this show. I love that little dog. I was a reader myself, and so I loved all of the shows about reading, all of the Reading Rainbow, the Wishbone, all of the interactive things that made it feel like somebody was talking to me about a book that I had read. So, the episode we're going to watch is the one that they did about Frankenstein. So for those of y'all that don't know Wishbone, because I can imagine that a lot of you wouldn't these days, Wishbone was a little dog that read books and acted out stories that came from classic books. So this one is Frankenstein, which was written by Mary Shelley, and it was about Frankenstein was a man who created human life and then spent the rest of his life trying to escape that life that he created instead of, I don't know, destroying it, but I guess he couldn't really destroy it because it was too strong. So he just kind of abandoned it and sailed away, and the monster follows him and starts killing people that's close to him to let him know that it's not going anywhere. In the book, there's a lot more in the book that was ever in any of the movies, I don't think, because I've seen the original movie. I never saw the 90s version that they made, which I've been wanting to, but I can't ever find a decent quality version of it to download, and I'm poor, so there's your backstory on Wishbone, on Frankenstein, and let's get into the show. Which I have not actually watched Wishbone in about 20 years. So I might cry. Just a warning. Sometimes nostalgia randomly makes me tear up.
What's the story, Wishbone? What's this you're dreaming of? Such big imagination on such a little bug. What's the story, Wishbone? Do you think it's worth a look? It kinda seems familiar, like a story from a book. Shake a little,
I'll never forget a song.
Let's wag another tail, sniffing out adventure with Wishbone on the trail. Come on, Wishbone. What's the story, Wishbone? What's the story, Wishbone? What's the story, Wishbone? What's the story, Wishbone?
Hello and welcome to Science Dog. On today's show, we'll be conducting important scientific research for my friend, Joe Talbot. And we'll be using a time-honored method of investigation. As long as we don't get caught. And that method is... digging! Oh. Yeah.
Ooh, we making a dinosaur?
How's it going?
I can't find the right jawbone.
Oh, this is starting to look like something.
I guess. It's kind of a drag right now because I can't... Oh, no!
Oh, Joe, I'm so sorry.
This glue won't hold.
Hold on, let me see who that is.
And so, Science Dog returns from a successful excavation. The project has been saved.
Good boy, Wishbone. This would be perfect for the jaw.
Thank you.
He's back here working on his science fair project.
That's your science fair project?
Yeah. Are you doing one?
Yeah, but mine's kind of a secret.
Oh, great. If you're entering, why should I even bother? You'll win.
You don't enter to win, you enter to enter.
Why is yours such a big secret?
It's not that. It's just that, well, mine's a little different, and I don't want anybody to see it until I'm ready.
A secret scientific experiment.
Can't find the pause button. Sorry. I like that the other kid who I like that he thinks the other kid's smarter and is going to win, and the one that is supposedly smarter is saying it's not everything is a competition. Sometimes you can just enjoy being a part of it. Even, it's a refreshing mindset because everybody is so competitive these days. You have to win or you're nothing. And I've always felt it's more about being a part of it and getting to the end on your own and your own time than it is being there first. Sorry, I had trouble finding the pause button. I gotta use my other hand because I was crocheting.
Boy, that'd be a great story for a book. Wait a minute! It already is! Let me see, where did I find that? Yes! Frankenstein, written by Mary Shelley in 1816. Victor Frankenstein, a young student of science, conducted his own secret scientific experiment. It's one of the greatest monster books ever, and the scariest, the spine-tingliest, the flat-out spookiest. I'm rambling, sorry. Victor Frankenstein grew up in Geneva, that's in Switzerland, in the late 18th century. He studied to be a doctor at a great Swiss university.
Gentlemen, the ancient teachers of this science promised impossibilities and produced nothing.
I love
The
those
modern
wigs.
scientist promises little and has produced miracles.
But what of the problem of death? Could we not find a way to overcome death?
That would be a dangerous course of experimentation, my friend.
But Victor Frankenstein did not listen to his teacher's warning. He was driven to find a way to bring back to life what was once dead.
Driven is a nice way to say fucking obsessed.
You may remove your goggles now. So, as you work on your science fair projects, remember the importance of experimentation. The history of science is the history of experimentation. Cures for crippling diseases have been discovered by scientists who were looking for something completely different. David.
Is it all right if our science project moves?
Moves?
Well, sort of.
What is it?
Well, I'd rather not say. I mean, it's a secret. Well, actually, it's about the secret of life. How to make something come to life that isn't alive.
Well, you may be setting your sights too high, but who knows? In your experimentation to find the secret of life, you might stumble across something a little more practical. Now, our modern-day science of chemistry comes from the ancient study of alchemy. Now, the alchemists were looking for a way to turn metal into gold. They never found it. But their experiments gave birth to a science that has affected our everyday lives in many ways.
This glue is a lot better than what I was using. Where'd you get it?
I invented it myself.
Wow. It must be great to invent something.
Oh, it is. Are you kidding? It's so exciting.
I'd like to invent something sometime.
What do you think you're doing right now?
Well, I mean something important.
Well, you know what they say, Joe. Necessity is the mother of invention. Oh, like this glue. Now, I invented this glue because I got fed up with all those toxic store-bought brands. They melted the macaroni right off of my artwork. I needed a glue that wouldn't do that.
I needed a glue to hold these bones together.
Am I late for dinner? Oh, hi, Wanda.
Hey, you guys, look what I found at the library.
Great.
Yeah, I thought it might help out. Wow, this is really coming along. Thanks so much for helping out, Wanda.
Oh, sure. It was fun.
Oh, and I found this. I thought it might help smooth out some of the edges.
Thanks.
This is turning into quite a project.
Well, we like to keep the wheels of progress rolling around here, don't we?
Yeah, science, Mark.
Right. So I'm not fully understanding the correlation between the book and the story we're telling, because Frankenstein does involve bones, but they're not dinosaur bones. And they're not really bones. He was dealing with more body parts than just piecing together the bones. I guess this is the easiest way they thought they could tell the Frankenstein story in a kid-friendly version, because this was made for 7-year-olds. But it's a little nonsensical as an adult when you know the story of Frankenstein.
March is on. Hey, Mom, can I go see what David's doing for the science fair?
Okay. As long as you're home by 8.
Bye.
See ya.
Be careful.
All this talk about progress makes me really curious about what David's working on.
Still a cute little dog.
I think I'll tag along.
What's up?
Let me see it.
See what?
Your science fair project.
No way.
Your drugs, bro.
Oh, come on.
Tonight on Science Dog, I'll take you inside the secret lab of David Barnes, forthright young scientist or evil genius.
That it over there?
No. Let's go inside the house.
Oh, come on, David.
Well, nobody looks until the science fair.
Well, you got to see mine.
I saw a pile of bones.
Oh, it's going better.
Great.
You want me to go home, don't you?
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
What's he making? I don't remember this episode to remember what he's doing.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. What is it? How does it work? And is it edible?
Most important, is it edible?
Hey, that looks great! Another exclusive brought to you by Science Dog. You saw it here first.
Dad said you had to let me see it.
Oh, okay. Well, just one quick look, just because you won't be there at the fair. Now, don't touch anything and don't tell anyone. Now, when I push
Her
these
little
buttons,
pink ribbon.
you'll walk up to Miss Walker and tell her that I have discovered the secret of life. Now, natural energy is the secret of life. You get it?
No.
Just wait until you're in the 6th grade. Don't touch!
David, that thing won't walk.
This guy's gonna surprise a lot of people.
So he made a robot?
Science can be full of surprises, as Victor Frankenstein would soon learn. After months of exhaustive research and intense preparation, Frankenstein was ready to test his creation.
His little tail wagging.
This is it. The
He's
moment
such a
I've
happy
worked
puppy.
so hard for. Will I be able to infuse a spark of being into this lifeless thing? Is this the first step toward mankind's victory over mortality?
Final week to your insanity.
Here goes everything.
Because in the book, the doctor really just goes crazy. The monster takes everything from him.
More power. I need more power.
You need more planning. he put so much idea and work and thought into could this happen? Could he do this? But he never put any planning into what he would do if it did work, and that's what fucked him up. Because he had no
This
plans
will be my finest moment.
to take care of the creature, to teach it or to care for it or do anything. He just abandoned it.
Yes! I've done it! I've done it! What? What is this? No. No! No! All of my work! All of my research! For this thing! Stay away from me! I said stay away from me! I reject you! You're a monster! Be gone when I return!
At least they're accurate to the book. That's exactly, he fucks off and tells it to leave.
By the time Frankenstein returned to his laboratory, his creation had escaped. Well, that's over with.
Escaped.
The monster is gone from my life.
Told him to leave.
And no one ever has to know that I created him. These science fair projects make me a little nervous. Better check up on David's.
Yeah, that's possible.
Hello, Swatter. Nice to meet you. I'd like to tell you about the secret of life. The secret of life is natural energy. Hello, Swatter. Nice to meet you.
Actually, it's Wishbone, and I did... Excuse me, did you just say something? This bucket of balls can talk!
I'd like to tell you about the secret
You're
of
a
life.
dog.
Yeah.
The secret of life is natural energy.
Hey, wait! Was it something I said? Attention, everyone! One science fair project on the loose!
Somebody heard me say you're a dog and got offended.
I'm in a little trouble. Where have you been? Everybody's looking for you.
I think my science fair project walked away.
What? Walked away?
Yeah, or somebody stole it, but I think it walked away.
That's gotta be some science fair project. Where do you think it went?
I don't know, but we gotta go find it. Come on.
I'd like to tell you about the secret of life.
That's nice, really. But you need to turn around. You're gonna be late for the science fair and you're going the wrong way.
Natural energy of animals.
I'm not getting through to you, am I? Hello?
Hello, Miss Walker. Nice to meet you.
I'm getting a little impatient with that line. Now, you turn right around and get... Hey, robot! Robot! You're going the wrong way! Somehow I don't think this is what David had in mind. Rejected by his creator, and with no place to call home, Frankenstein's monster went on a rampage of terror and destruction throughout Central Europe.
Starts with him following Dr. Victor Frankenstein across an iceberg or just a big thick sheet of ice on the ocean. The monster is just out there hunting. Pretty sure it's been a long time since I've read that one.
Frankenstein ultimately had to accept responsibility for his creation. This isn't at all what I had in mind. I wanted to find a way to conquer death. Instead, I've created a monster that even I'm afraid to face.
Come and get me, Frankenstein!
Why did I have to make him so powerful?
He learned to talk from a blind man. The blind man took him in thinking he was a normal person because he couldn't see.
Oh, careful.
And then taught him to read the Bible.
Oh,
Taught him
I
to speak.
really do enjoy our little nature walks.
Yes, it's marvelous to get away from the book.
Sorry, I'm going to pause it real quick to get into that portion of the story because it's actually the more important moral of Frankenstein that most people don't acknowledge. They just see the monster getting out of control. But there was a period of the monster's life where he lived in seclusion with this blind man, and the blind man taught him to read and how to speak and taught him about God. And it made the monster question what his purpose was and why he was created. And it brought a bunch of moral questions to the creature of whether he should even exist, which is part of why he started tracking and hunting down the doctor again after being on the run for a while. I really need to read that book again. I know Wendigoon has a pretty good video about it. We might watch that and put that up here. If I think he allows people to do viewings of his stuff. Because it's a really good story, but a lot of the adaptions, they don't really do it justice because they're going more on the horror aspect, and horror was different when Mary Shelley was writing.
The grading all those papers and just take a full breath of fresh air. Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's review. We've got one robot running amok, one dog in pursuit of that robot, and two dumbstruck nature lovers. Hey, let's continue.
I like his reaction.
Nice to meet you. I'd like to tell you about the secret of life.
Become a Laurel and Hardy sketch.
Nice to meet you. I'd like to tell you about the secret of life. The secret of life is natural energy.
Aha! There you are! Face to face at last! Whoa! Ow! You fiend!
Frankenstein, you made me live.
I did.
You must wonder what I, your creation, have been doing since you brought me to life.
I know what you've been doing. You've left nothing but death and destruction in your wake.
I have wandered the earth in search of love and friendship. Since you abandoned me, I have had to make my own way in the world, and it has been difficult.
You are an inhuman monster!
You made me this way!
Yes, I admit it! I've made a horrible mistake!
Make me a friend. The way that you made me. If I had a friend to love and care for, I would kill no more. I would take my friend and go away. You would never hear from me again.
Make another monster who could cause destruction the way you do? Never! I will not!
Accurate.
If you do not do as I ask, I will continue to wreak havoc everywhere I go, Frankenstein. You will have no peace while I am lonely.
In the book, the monster asks the doctor to make him a bride. That's where the Bride of Frankenstein comes from.
Hello, Miss Walker.
but he was refused.
All those gadgets and no off button?
I can't believe it.
David, talk about cool. It moves.
Yeah, well, it was almost a disaster. Emily must have turned it on. Oh boy, she's gonna get it.
We better hurry to get it to the fair. It's already 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it wasn't easy bringing him down, but you can trust old Wishbone and, well, you can thank me later.
Oh, Miss Walker, we found it.
That's great, David. I'm glad you made it. But it's after 6 o'clock. I have to run home before open house starts.
Okay, we're gonna set up over there.
Okay, good.
Frankenstein was determined to stop the monster at any cost. He pursued his creation all the way to the Arctic. This is all my fault, but I'll make it right somehow. I know I'm close to finding my creature, but I'm so tired. Maybe I'll just rest for a while.
The end is also the beginning of the book. I believe it's told in flashback form. It starts and then ends in the Arctic. The man's chilly.
Frankenstein was rescued from the cold by Sir Robert Walton, the leader of a scientific expedition. He told Walton all about the monster and the destruction he had caused.
And it's all too utterly fantastic.
I know, but true. Every word.
Unfortunately, I cannot help you. We must return to England at once. Of course, you are perfectly welcome to join us.
No. You can let me off anywhere along here.
But you can't survive in this place.
I won't go back until I've found the monster. But I've traveled so far, and I'm so very, very tired.
Anyone can see that you are exhausted.
Just a few minutes rest. He's so close. I can feel it. So close.
You're becoming delirious.
What is it? I was gonna look at his suit. Very striking.
No, please.
Frankenstein. He can't hear me.
He's delirious.
Tell him that I will go away, and that he will hear from me no more. I will cause no trouble. Tell him I am sorry. I brought only misery to my maker.
You mean that? After all that has happened, you love him?
He gave me life.
Tonight, Science Dog comes to you from the Sequoia Elementary Science Fair. Later, we'll visit the kitchen for a practical application on chemistry in cooking.
You are way too modest. This is awesome.
Kids still love
Yeah,
their
but mine
parents,
doesn't
and if they're
walk and
abusive,
talk.
they gave them life.
Maybe that's for the best.
So, what is some of you bones gonna be doing later?
Nice to meet you.
Hey! Oh, no.
Number 5 is alive.
Didn't we just do this?
Nice to meet you. Sorry, guys. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Extinction comes early for one dinosaur.
What happened?
Well, I made CX-12 so sensitive to nature that lightning brought him to life. Wow, that proves that nature really is powerful.
And that concludes this edition of Science Dog. I'm Wishbone. Thanks for watching.
Boy, you bring something to life and you really have to take responsibility for what it does.
And maybe you can start taking that responsibility by helping clean up.
This one's mine.
Look at all these bones. I'll never get them all up.
Well, I can think of one bone you won't have to worry about. Excuse me, please.
It's cute. At the end of the day, he is just a puppy dog.
Wanda, you home? Oh, good. Ah, fresh soil. You gotta get just the right depth. Ooh, that tickles. And a quick covering up job. There we go. Ah, perfect. And no one's the wiser. Hey, Flamingo, what are you looking at? Read my lips, pal. You didn't see anything. He understands.
I had gazed on him while unfinished. He was ugly then, but when those muscles and joints were rendered capable of motion, it became a thing such as even Dante could not have conceived. What a writer! Mary Shelley creates a chilling yet sympathetic character. Her rich power of description allows her readers and our makeup artist to unleash their imaginations.
We were thinking, do we do a space age, kind of a robotic type of monster? But then we decided that we wanted to keep the Frankenstein monster very human, to create a sense of pity for this character, but still with the horror involved in piecing together this creation.
Here's the actor who plays Frankenstein's creature. As you'll see, makeup is going to do wonders for him.
The first thing is to create the scars, a little bit jagged so that they would look rather rough.
The whole process will take a while, but that's okay. It'll give the actor time to envision the character he's about to become.
Icing on the cake was this contact lens that totally blotted out the color of his eye.
But how was I terrified when I viewed myself in a transparent pool. His watery eyes seemed almost of the same color as the dun white sockets in which they were set.
I am sorry.
A great book, a little makeup, and a lot of imagination. That's the recipe for Frankenstein's bone-chilling and sympathetic creature.
Okay, I didn't expect that last little bit where they showed the artist and the creator and the discussion of how to present this kind of a being for children, because you want to present it as human, but you also want it to be a scary human. So I think they did a fairly good job. I'm still not fully understanding the full link between the kid's story and the book. I think there were probably other books about robots that they could have chosen, but they wanted to do a Frankenstein story. Being fair, it's going to be hard to incorporate Frankenstein into a children's show, so it works well enough. I still love Wishbone, even if the stories are a little nonsensical. And his portion was book accurate, which a lot of shows, they're not. They go by the film, which is almost completely different. So I appreciate that childhood me got the book accurate form. Hopefully that won't be dumbed down too much over the next few generations as kids stop reading on their own and just start going by the movie adaptions. But we're not there yet. We're here watching Wishbone, and we've enjoyed it. Hopefully YouTube will allow us to put it up, and if it does, we will go foraging for more Wishbone, because it's a show that I really do like, and I'm nostalgic in my old age, I guess, for these types of things.